Well, here I am again after not being around for a couple of weeks. A lot of things happened, of course. I had to see my eye doctor for the first time in about 10 years. Things are getting a little fuzzier all the time. Didn't know why. So he says, well, I can see what the problem is. He says, you had some kind of eye infection probably a couple of years ago. And what happened? It built up little small blood vessels over your cornea, so things are not as clear as they were. I said, okay, now that makes sense. So anyway, he tested my eyes and all, and actually in both of them. And I have 20/30 vision in this eye that had laser surgery in it. And this one here, I got 20/50 vision. Well, that's pretty good considering last time they tested it, it was like 2400 or something like that in my bad eye. So anyway, and what was the reason for that? Well, that and going to my oncologist, and he said, everything looks fine, cancer's in remission, I don't want to see you back here for at least another 6 months. I said, okay, that's fine. Also saw my cardiologist. Cardiologist says everything's fine. EKG came out fine, so there we go, everything's fine there. Then I had to go to the DMV because my license was coming up. Well, you could mail in your form if you're under 70. Well, unfortunately, I turned 73. So I had to go in there in person. So I did that. I've never gone to this other DMV before. The other one we had was smaller and not as far away. This was farther away, but it's a big one. So anyway, they said on Wednesday, there's no appointments necessary on Wednesday, but unfortunately you gotta get there real early. So I was there at 5:25 a.m. and there was already a line of about 20 people in front of me. And it's about the right time to go because at 6 o'clock there was a line going around outside of the building already. So, and luckily they opened the building at 7:30 instead of 8 o'clock their start time. So at least I was able to get stuff done there. And so they're going to allow me to drive for another 4 years. My other one's good for 8 years, but because of my age, they cut it down. But anyway, so the streets are not going to be safe for another 4 years. But okay, so I had my birthday yesterday, 15th, and for my birthday, my daughter got me a wallet and a little sign. In fact, the sign was this one. She knows my sense of humor is kind of weird sometimes. So I got that, and then Ron gave me this for my birthday. The seat for the M37, the front seat. And so here it is here. It's like a bomber seat. Look how messed up this thing is. I had the other frame itself inside there. I just covered with a piece of, something I had, some fabric. But, so this thing here, I'm going to have to unbolt this, take this old plywood out, and this is the new one. It's nice and solid, and actually this thing goes where it has this little spot that goes in here. That's what makes it fit back in here. Otherwise this thing wouldn't fit at all. It'll go down farther because after I pull the old plywood off. So anyway, I got to do that, and it's been so cold out there outside. I mean, in the 30s and 40s during the day, and then out in my garage, it's freezing because it's not heated. I got a torpedo heater, but it makes so doggone much noise and shoots a flame out of it. And I'm too afraid to use that out in the garage, especially around the M37 with gas and oil around. So yeah, it's kind of rough trying to do anything out there. So that's why I brought this inside. And the weird thing about it is, this thing's got hinges. They kind of look like, like door hinges, big old door hinges on it. But you can see those things, kind of weird looking. But that's how it folds down and on the metal part and bolts to that. Well, I'll have to find the bolts and stuff for that because I didn't see any. So anyway, so I'll have to do that. But yeah, the project slowed down quite a bit because of the cold. I still have to go ahead and fix the fuel line going from the fuel pump, and gotta get all those lines taken care of. The gas tank, that's another thing. All those bolts are pretty much frozen on the top of the gas tank. Do have the door, the inspection door on the top, did take that off, and so I can get into that. But anyway, this is going to be a next fun project here. I have to do it in the house. And actually, this is the best place to do it, up here on this counter. But there's a lot of junk in here, so I have to vacuum it out first. But so anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing today. So hopefully everybody has a Merry Christmas and a nice holiday season, and we'll talk to you guys later. Chubby, did you want to say hi? Wait, do you want to say hi, Chub? Oh, of course. Here's my fat little dog. Say bye, Chubs. Bye-bye. Okay. Oh. Go back to stealing the cat's food. Okay, I figured I'd give you a shot of the finished seat. Actually, only holds in with, there's like, in a new platform, there's only like 2 bolts that hold it on. So the other cutouts are for the bolts for this other platform that makes a platform for the seat. But and then what happens is you still need to get the backrest for it, which actually just hangs off. You know, it's got clips on it. But I figured, well, I might as well show you what I finished up with. And so there you go. It didn't take too long. I just had to get all the old junk off of it. It was part of the old seat, and well, I'll show you what I pulled off of it. That whole box full down there of rotted wood from the previous seat. So luckily the platform was still in good shape, so I was able to bolt it to it. So there we are. So, yep, it's completed. Gonna go back in the M37 until I get a backrest for it. I mean, at least I got something to sit on now. It's decent. So, we go back. And yes, it is like a bomber seat from a B-17 or B-24. Same kind of seat. But anyway, there you are. That'll be it for now. Talk to you guys later.